Hello student, this is Suman Sharma from SBM Cinedy and this is the next video for class 10. And the video includes the solution of assignment 2. Here, the first question is that out of the two wires P and Q as shown below, which one has greater resistance? Justify it. So, students, you know that the resistance of any conductor is inversely proportional to the area of cross section. And as we can see that there are two conductors, two wires P and Q. Each wire has equal length L. So its resistance depends on its area of cross section. It has area A and it has area A by 2, means half of this. This means that which wire has smaller area, that has greater resistance. So smaller the area of the cross section, greater will be the resistance. So the wire Q has greater resistance. This is the solution for the first question. Second, a lamp draws a current of 0.5 ampere. Here current is given 0.5 ampere when it is connected to a 60 volt battery. Here the voltage is given 60 volt. What is the resistance of the lamp? We have to calculate the resistance. We know that according to Ohm's law, that is V is equal to IR. This is the formula. We will use this formula to calculate the resistance. That is R is equal to V by I. Here the voltage is 60 volt and the current is 0.5 ampere. So we will solve it like this. Here that 600 by 5, that is 120, means the resistance is 120 ohm and ohm is the SI unit of resistance. That's why it is resistance is equal to 120 ohm. This is second question. Now we will solve the third question. Here a resistance of 1 kilo ohm. Here the resistance is given 1 kilo ohm, that is 1000 ohm, has a current of 0.25 ampere. Current is equal to 0.25 ampere. Throughout it, when it is connected to a terminal of the battery, what is the potential difference across the end of the resistor? We have to find out this. So we know that for potential difference, V is equal to IR and I is here 0.25 and the resistance is 1000 and it is in SI unit and it is also in SI unit, so there is no need. So 25 by 100 multiplied with 1000. So this is cancelled out here like this and it becomes 250. We are calculating the potential difference and the SI unit of potential difference is volt. So 250 volt. Okay. Now the next question is, what happens to the resistance of a conductor when its area of cross section is increased? We know that the resistance is inversely proportional to the area of cross section, and when the two quantity is inversely proportional to each other, in that case when one quantity increases then the other quantity decreases, and here it is given when its area of cross section is increased. So when area of cross section is increases then its resistance of the conductor will be decreases. This is the solution for third and fourth question. Now in next question, here a bulb A torch bulb is rated as 1.5 volt and 500 milliampere. Find its resistance. So again, here voltage is equal to 1.5 volt and current is equal to 500 milliampere. That means 500 into 10 to the power minus 3 ampere. It means 5 into 10 to the power minus 1 or 0.5 ampere. Okay. Now we have current, we have voltage, and we have to find the resistance. Again, from the Ohm's law, we know that V is equal to IR, and we have to calculate resistance. That means resistance is equal to V by I. Here voltage is given 1.5 volt and current is given 0.5. Decimal point, that is 3. So the answer will be 3 ohm. This is the answer. Now the next question is, resistance of an incandescent filament of a lamp is comparatively much more than that when it is at room temperature. Why? Very simple, that when we switched on the bulb, then the temperature of the filament rises, and we know that as the temperature increases, the resistance of the conductor also increases. That's why when we switched on the bulb at room temperature, then its temperature increases. So as the temperature increases, its resistance also increases, because resistance depends on the temperature. It is one of the factors. Now in the next slide, the two questions are very simple. How will the resistivity of a conductor change when its length is tripled by stretching it? First of all, we have to understand that the resistivity does not depend on the dimension. Means the resistivity does not depend on the length or the area of cross section. So if we triple the length, then the resistivity remains the same. So the resistivity remains same. Question number 8. The radius of conducting wire is doubled. What will be the ratio of the new specific resistance to the old one? Students, the specific resistance is known as resistivity. So basically, the question is, what will be the ratio of the new resistivity to the old one? You have just seen that the resistivity does not depend on the dimension, so the ratio will be 1:1. Simple. The next question, what is the SI unit of resistivity? We know that from the formula of resistance, R is equal to rho L by A. From here, we will find the expression for resistivity, RA by L. Here, the SI unit of resistance is ohm, SI unit of area is meter squared, and the SI unit of length is meter. It would be cancelled out, so it becomes ohm meter. So SI unit of resistivity is ohm meter. Next, why is series arrangement not used for connecting domestic electrical appliances in the circuit? Very important question. Because in the series connection, if any one device stops working due to any defect, due to any reason, then the other will also stop working. So we cannot operate them separately, or we cannot switch on or off them separately. That's why the series connection is not used in home. Next question. How are bulbs connected in a fairy light circuit used for decoration of a building in the festival? Simple. The connection for the decoration for the connection for the fairy light circuit is series connection, because we generally see that in the fairy light circuit, if one bulb gets fused, then the other also stops working. This shows that the connection is a series connection. Question number 12. Okay. How much current will an electric bulb from 220 volt source, where voltage is given 220 volt. If the resistance of the bulb is 1200 ohm, resistance is given 1200 ohm. Then we have to find the current. We know that from Ohm's law, V is equal to IR, and we have to find current. That means I is equal to V by R. Here V is equal to 220 volt and the resistance is equal to 1200 ohm. So if we solve it, then we will simply get that it is 11 by 60. We are finding ampere and 0.183 amperes. This is the solution. You have to calculate this actually. Okay. Now, in this question, it is also included if in a place of a bulb, a room heater of resistance 100 ohm. Here the resistance is again 100 ohm. Is connected to the sources, means connected to the 220 volt source. Here voltage is equal to 220 volt. So, how much amount of current drawn by the heater? So again we have to calculate current is equal to what? Now we know that current is equal to V by R. That means 220 volt by 100 ohm resistance. It could be cancelled. So it becomes 2.2 ampere. So this is the solution for the question number 12. Now in question number 13, keeping the potential difference constant, the resistance of the circuit is doubled. First, suppose that the potential difference V is equal to V volt, okay, and the resistance of the circuit is doubled. It means firstly the resistance is R. Now using these two, firstly we will find that what is current. So according to Ohm's law, we know that V is equal to IR, and from this I is equal to V by R. This is the expression for the one for the conductor. Now when the resistance is doubled, here it is written resistance of the circuit is doubled. That means R dash is equal to 2R, and keeping the potential difference constant, and here the potential difference is again V volt. And if the resistance is changing, then the amount of current also changes. So using these two, we will find the amount of current. I dash is equal to potential difference is V volt and the resistance is 2R. Okay. Then it can also be write like this. I dash is equal to 1 by 2 V by R. And I dash is equal to half, and this V by R is the expression for the current, that is I. So we can say that if the resistance gets doubled, then the amount of the current passing through the conductor is half. So this is the factor that the current will be half. Now I think this is the last question. 100 joule of work is done, means W is given, 100 joule of work is done in transferring 20 coulomb of charge, Q is equal to 20 coulomb, between the 2 points in a conductor. Find the resistance offered by the conductor. We have to find the resistance offered by the conductor if a current of 2 ampere flows through it. I is equal to 2 ampere. So we know that according to Ohm's law, V is equal to IR. We will use this formula to find the current. Here current is equal to V by R. Okay. Sorry, we have to find actually resistance. Wait a minute. We have to find resistance, that R is equal to V by I. Okay. We have current, but we don't have potential. So by using these two quantities, firstly we will calculate the voltage. We know that electric potential is equal to work done by charge, and we have work done 100 joule and the charge of 20 coulomb. So it becomes 5 volt. That is 5 volts. Okay. So we have potential difference or voltage is 5 volt. Now we will calculate resistance is equal to, that is 5 volt, and the current is 2 ampere. So we will solve this. It becomes 2.5, and we are calculating resistance. So the SI unit of resistance is ohm. This is the answer for the assignment number 2. So students, this is the complete solution for the second assignment. Thank you so much.